Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 10 a.m. Welcome to Ralph Graves Jr. Show, the Unstoppable program with Ralph Graves Jr. It is Wednesday, May the 19th. Am I right? Let me ask. Yeah, May the 19th. I had to look over at the date. May the 19th, Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. So glad to have you guys joining us here. Good morning, good morning. Hey, my mom joined in over there on Instagram Live. You're on Instagram Live. I see Sierra over there. I see Matt. I see Tandra. I see Nicole Harris. Thank you for joining over there on Instagram Live, YouTube Live. If you're watching, hey, what's going on this morning? Facebook Live. Always a pleasure to see my Facebook crowd there, my Facebook group. We are happy to be in this place today. My name is TT. My name is Pastor Ralph Graves Jr. I pastor the Cornerstone Community Church in Millville, New Jersey, and I just thank God for this platform. And if it's your first time tuning in, I'm an author, retired police officer. I'm a coach. I'm a pastor. I'm the CEO of the Gulfstream Way, the leader of the Unstoppable community that I hope you guys would join up and become a part of. But nonetheless, we show up here every Wednesday, and we try to bring you some great topics that'll help you just kind of become unstoppable and lift and build and get you going in the right direction. And this morning's topic, we're talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. We're talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. But before I jump into that, let me say good morning to my wonderful co-host, Janae Padilla and Kyer Burt. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you guys doing this morning?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, special shout out. I see special shout out to my brother, Pastor Jeffrey Lewis, checking in on Facebook Live. Dawn Moss, good morning. Jeff, good morning. Good morning. Hey, ladies, how was your weekend? We'll start with Kyer. How was the weekend? What happened, Kyer, this weekend? What happened to you that we're going to see? What happened?
I got baptized on Sunday.
Hallelujah. Baptized on Sunday. I had a distinct pleasure baptizing Kyer on Sunday. It was a great day, wasn't it, Kyer?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a great day. Your family was there, and some people in your family made some life decisions for Christ, and I love that. That was an awesome morning at Cornerstone Community Church. That was great. That's why we do what we do. Hey, what's going on? Greg Sickerfoos, good to see you. Hey, Miss Buckman, how you doing this morning? Good to see you, Mrs. Buckman. Kyer got baptized, and if you go to either my Facebook page or my church Facebook page, you get to see her being baptized. If you go to her church website, you'll eventually see her testimony. See, we at Cornerstone, this is what we do at Cornerstone. We, if you're a candidate for baptism, right? We not only videotape your baptism, but we videotape just a short testimonial on why you gave your life to Christ. And it's like, could be 30 seconds, could be 2 minutes, but the candidates kind of want you to share in their whole conversion experience for Christ. And so, I don't know, it's just a way of our window to the world. But Kyer, it was a wonderful day. It was my honor to baptize you on that day. And I'm excited. To baptize. Can I tell everybody? Can I share? Can I tell them?
Oh, sure.
I'm excited to baptize her father very soon. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm baptizing families. Praise God for that. Her dad came forth for a conversion experience, wants to get baptized as well. So you'll see that as well. But anyway, that was an exciting weekend for me as a pastor and a spiritual father and father. Janae Padilla, how are you this morning? How was your weekend?
I'm fine. My weekend, it was cool, I guess. I did my nephew's hair for him. Okay. That was fun.
Never thought you'd be the aunt that was doing hair, huh?
Oh no, it's because I can't do hair. Like, I'm not good at it. Like, I'm really not.
It was funny because he was at basketball practice. So, my grandsons, they wear their hair that all these young boys wear their hair that way. And I guess if I had hair, I might wear it that way too. I don't know. But he was at basketball practice, and I said, "Oh yeah, Auntie Bertie did your hair, huh?" He said, "Yes." "Oh man, it looks nice. It's shiny." He said, "Yeah, she put some pre-conditioner in it and kept like a sheen to it." Like he knew the whole process of what you did to his hair.
Because I was explaining it to him, because I'm like, if you're gonna wear your hair naturally, you need to take care of it. Like you can't just wash it. There's a lot more you gotta do to it.
Yeah,
so I like walked him through everything I was doing.
Yeah.
The way I was doing it, what it's gonna do to his hair. Like I'm like, you can wear your hair natural, but you can't just be out here.
And he took in every step because he explained to me proper hair care now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Auntie Bertie. That's great though. But guys, good morning. Good morning, Sister Joyce Smith. Good morning. Good to see you guys on. Guys, today we're talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. Now, first thing, because I'm a believer, I have to talk about Jesus Christ right now. You take him or leave him, but you're going to have to deal with him one day. But, for God to love the world, that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. So you come to Christ just as you are. We believe that is definitely step 1 in personal transformation. It's not about anybody else. It's about you. But we're going to give you some strategies today along with that on we're getting out and about. The world's opening up again. We've now heard that you can get together and don't necessarily need a mask on. I don't know what the rules are, but anyway, the world's opening up. People are back to work, and we didn't have to be so social before. Now we're back in these social arenas again. But here's some three must-dos for personal transformation, and there's only 3, but we're going to dig into them and dive into it a little bit. But also too, if you don't get my truth boost, text C3E to the number 313131 to receive my truth boost. All right. C3E to the number 313131 to receive a truth boost. I just got word, guys. It's exciting. Can I read this text to you? I just got word from a loyal Truth Boost subscriber who's an educator. Shout out to Michael Morton. He said, "Good morning. I want you to know that I've begun sharing your truth boost with my students in the morning, and it's helping boost their confidence and make progress toward their goals." That's what it's all about. He's sharing the truth boost with students. He's an educator, so he's in front of them all day, and it's helping them. It's inspiring them, and it's helping them make progress toward their goals. So if you don't get the truth boost, get it. If you are getting it, don't be afraid to share the number with somebody. Or hey, if you're getting in front of an audience, share it with somebody. It's allow them to be part of the unstoppable community through you. Thank you for sharing the truth boost, Brother Michael Morton. Anyway, Janae, put up on the screen how they can get that. Text C3E to the number 313131. If you have it, run out and get my book, Unstoppable. It's on BarnesandNoble.com, RalphGravesJr.com, wherever fine books are sold. Where else is it? Amazon. Thank you. Yes. And Kair, we have Kair put together a book club that we are going to be doing. And thank you for that, Kair, for putting that together. Dawn Moss says the truth boost she shares with her staff in all her stores. Thank you, daily. Thank you for doing that. Brother Matt Mohorn on IG Live says, "I share your truth boost with so many I come in contact with that need it." Thank you for sharing it, guys. Keep sharing that truth boost. Text C3E to the number 313131. Text that. If you guys are interested in becoming part of the Unstoppable community, I post new videos every week. I post content every week. It's just some great stuff. It's some really inspirational stuff to really, really stretch you, cause you to think. Also, you can schedule a call with me. We can put together an entire coaching program for you. But you got to become part of the Unstoppable community to get that done. All right. Did I cover everything, Janae? Hey, Pastor George Holland, man. That's my big brother, pastor in the Lord. Praise God for him. He's the pastor of Green Grove Baptist Church. Thank you so much in Berlin. I love him. This man's poured into my life over the years. Good to hear from you. Good to see you, big bro. Thank you for checking in the program. All right, so today we're talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. Bobby Strickland, what's happening, man? Thanks for checking on IG Live. All right, here we go. Number 1, quality time. Write this down. Quality time. Quality time. Quality time. What are you talking about, Pastor Graves? There's a difference between being busy and being effective. Know the difference between being busy and being effective. What I've discovered over time is that I was focused on a lot of different things and I was going nowhere fast because I thought busyness and effectiveness were the same thing. All right. So I'm talking about creating quality time. Busyness and effectiveness are not the same thing. I'm going to pause and we're going to talk about this, but busyness and effectiveness are not the same thing. Busyness does not equal effectiveness. If you really want to understand the power of quality time, unstoppable people, you have to look at your day as a personal employee. I had to adopt this. It's the kind of stuff you'll learn as part of the Unstoppable community, but I'm gonna give it to you real quick. I had to look at my day as a personal employee. My time became a personal employee. What's up, Levi Finney? Thanks for joining. I had to look at my time, quality time, right? We're talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. I had to look at my time. I had to look at every hour of the day as a personal employee. How do you deploy your energy? How do I deploy my thinking and my ability to get the maximum out of that hour? All right. So busyness does not equate effectiveness. So in order for me to do that, I had to look at every hour as an employee. I had to look at the day as an employee. I had to check on how and where I deployed my energy. That means I don't answer every phone call. That means, okay, wait a minute. I get 24 hours a day. The only thing separating me from who I am and who I want to be is what I do within those 24 hours. That's the only thing. How do I want to deploy my best hours of the day? You know when you're your most effective. We talked about this 1,000 times if you watch this program at all. I had to pause because humble brag, Janae. I'm looking at my shirt on here. It's looking awful big. You see that? Yeah. Daddy doing all right. Okay, let me get back quality time. So I had to evaluate how I spent my time. What are my most effective hours? What are my most attentive hours to get the job done? Do I try to do the heavy lifting after I've done all this thing for everybody else? Okay, I write 2 sermons a week. I'm just telling you my business, whatever your business is. I produce content for all of my coaching stuff. I have to do that during my most effective hours. That's not, if I'll just tell you about my sermon production. I don't write sermons on Saturday night. I'm looking at my big brother here, my big brother, George Holland. He would tell me, no, Graves, you can't preach a Saturday night special. I'm looking at my bro, Jeff Lewis. A real preacher dedicates himself to the craft. You don't write a sermon on Saturday night and think you're going to preach it with effectiveness on Sunday. So I have to prepare even the content that I post on, that I show you on Unstoppable Podcast, even in the writing of my next book. I wrote 2 books. I got a 3rd book coming out. Quality time. How do you deploy your energy? Are you looking at it as a personal employee? How do your thinking, your ability to get the maximum out of that particular hour? If it's true, watch this, check this out, and we're going to comment on this. If it's true, Dawn Moss, if this is true, that, you know, some people sleep 8 hours a day. I don't know how you do that. Some people sleep 8 hours a day. You might need it. That means you have 16 hours left in the day after you sleep. Those 16 hours to ensure the highest and best use of your time. So ask yourself, am I being busy or am I being effective? We're talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. The first one is understanding what quality time is, or getting quality out of the time that you've been allotted. Does that make sense, everybody?
It does. And I think I just, like, within the last 45 days, actually thought about it like that. Like, yeah, okay, everyone knows there's 24 hours in a day, but you're not awake for 24 hours. At some point you go to sleep, whether it's for 7, 5, 8, 10 hours. And I usually get like 8-ish hours. And I was just thinking like, well, what do I do with the other, 16? Like you said, it's like I work for 7, and then when I get home, what do I do then? Like, how do I spend that time in a way that would transform my life? And a lot of times it's literally only just working out. And then after that, I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I just sit and I stare.
Yeah. I mean, so what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is personal transformation. Now, if you don't want to transform, you don't have to subscribe to anything we're talking about. But personal transformation is going to take you being very aware of how you spend your time. Very aware of it.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I like also about these topics and stuff. It's like okay, if you don't want to do it, fine, but but if you do, you really have to put in that work. It's not like you can't do what you've always done and get something different. Like that's a whole saying in itself.
Yeah. No, you can't. How are you spending your time? All right. You sleep 6, 8, whatever you sleep. You may have some work hours in there, 7, whatever the case may be. What are you doing after that? Know yourself? What's your most effective time to create, to get done what you need to get done? Are you giving your time? Now I'm about that. I don't want to run into my next point, but are you giving your time, the time that you have? Are you wasting it? Are you giving it to people that are pulling you in 1,000 different directions? Listen, when it comes to personal transformation, you're going to have to say no to some things. You're going to have to say no to some people. You're going to have to take a diet from some people. You have to go on a diet from some of the activities that you've just been, sitting around doing nothing. What are you doing with this quality time? What say you guys on IG Live or Facebook Live? How do you feel about this quality time? Talk to me about busyness and effectiveness. Matt Mulhorn says busyness and effectiveness are not the same thing. You got that right. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're effective. Doesn't mean that you are moving toward your goal. I mean, what's effectiveness for you? I know. Okay, here's the thing. It's just for me. Next book coming out. I know I have to write 15 minutes a day. Let me send this to all of you who want to write a book, who you think have a book inside you, and I know you all do. If you write 15 minutes a day, just write for 15 minutes a day, by the end of the year, you'll have a book. That's spending quality time. Don't look for a publisher first. Write it. And then call me. Then I'll send you to my publisher. And then they'll go through what you already have. All right. Don't start at the end. Start at the beginning. The beginning is start writing. What are you doing with that quality time? 15 minutes a day, every day. Just 15 minutes. What was that Geico commercial? 15 minutes. Save you a whole lot, right?
15% or more.
Yeah. 15 minutes, guys. What are you doing with this quality time? Are you rehearsing? I'm looking at, I see Levi Feeney over there in IG. I don't know if he's still there. He's a musician. I'm just saying, are you playing 15 minutes a day? I'm not talking to you, Levi. I'm just talking to anybody. Anybody that does anything at what you want to do. Are you doing what you want to do? Are you becoming who you want to become 15 minutes every day? You got to work at it. Quality time. What say you, Kyer? Kyer has had a heck of a 2 weeks. Got a master's degree 2 weeks ago. Baptized Sunday morning at the Cornerstone Community Church in Millville, New Jersey. Whole family came out. Her life is transforming the lives of family members. It's a phenomenal thing. So what say you about this quality time, Kyer?
I think that quality time is very important.
Yeah. You have to use it to develop yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, you spent quality time studying them books.
Yeah.
It's quality time. What are you guys doing with the quality time? We have to take a short break because I got some sponsors, right? We'll be right back in about 3 minutes. You're going to love these two other points that we have. We've only got 3 points today. We're going to come back with the 6 cents at some point. We have the verse of the day. So we got about another 40 minutes of a show left. Guys, don't go anywhere. I want to hear and talk to you guys what you guys think about these 3 must-dos for personal transformation. So think about, how are you employing? Look at your time. Look at every hour today as an employee. Look at that. Look at that today. All right. You know, as your time as an employee. So look at that. Think about that. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back in 2 minutes, Janae? 3 minutes. But we'll be right back. Hang in there. Unstoppable program, Ralph Graves Jr. Be right back.
Revive Hydration is a proud sponsor of the Ralph Graves Morning Show. Revive Hydration is the first IV hydration and vitamin infusion service in the South Jersey area. For more details, please visit their website at www.revivehydration.com, or you can give them a call at 856-485-0070. Again, their website, www.revivehydration.com, or give them a call at 856-485-0070.
Hey guys, Ralph Graves here. Thank you for coming to the website. Thank you for your interest in the Gulfstream Way. Now, don't hesitate. The Gulfstream Way will do 3 things. It'll grow you as a person. It'll grow you as a leader so that you can make impact in your world today. So do not hesitate. Jump right on it. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Hey guys, we're back. RalphGravesMovie.com/apply if you want to check out the Gulfstream Way. We are talking about 3 must-dos for transformation. Pastor Jeff Lewis says on Facebook Live, he says this: what if 15 minutes of quality time increased your value by 50% for the day? Yeah, that's crazy. It does. Increase your value. Now, you know you get paid according to the value that you bring to the table. So if that 15 minutes increases my value, man, that 15 minutes is very important. My mom says this. My mom says, hey, son, my quality time is spent on my devotions. It's more effective than any other time of the day. Thank you, Mom, for saying that. Thank you. Thank you for staying in the Word. Thank you for being an example of teaching me how to stay in the Word more. Hey, guys, if you haven't, go over to my podcast, the Unstoppable Podcast, Ralph Graves Jr. Any platform out there, it's on Spotify, iTunes. What are the other ones? I don't know, but they're out there. But I have almost 50 episodes. Matter of fact, I do have 50 episodes. Phenomenal episodes. Matter of fact, yesterday I talked to a woman who was a finance coach. She wasn't a financial advisor, but she opened my eyes to some wonderful. I mean, just the way we spend money has everything to do with how we think. And that just, I mean, it was killing me. But anyway, that'll be posted up soon. But go to Spotify and stop the podcast, Ralph Graves Jr. It's phenomenal. About to say something, Bernie? Janae?
Well, yeah, oh my God, don't do that. I was saying about how we spend, it comes from how we think. Literally everything does. That's why you really have to train your mind, because everything you do Everything you do, everything you don't do is because of how you think.
Yeah. And that's why we have programs like this. Everything we do comes out of a thought process.
Everything, every area, relationships, romantically, platonically,
Everything.
your job choice, like your hobbies.
Everything. So, talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. Pastor George Holland, increase value, what a thought. Exactly. You spend your time correctly, you will increase in value. If you will increase, when I say in value, I'm not saying one person is more valuable than the next, but you'll increase the value that you offer to others around you. That's called making impact. It's called making impact. It's the bottom line. Okay, number 2, quality time. We could have stayed on that for another half hour. Number 2, 3 must-dos for personal transformation is quality relationships. Quality time and quality relationships. You are the product of your top 5 people in your phone. I guarantee you, if you go through your list of the top 5 in your phone, you're all making around the same amount of money.
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, go ahead and check. I mean, unless it's me and mommy, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, you guys are in it.
Yeah. I'm not in your top 5.
No, you are. You and mommy are both in my top 5.
Well, any chance my daughter gets to play me?
I said you were.
But quality, let me go back to this. Quality relationships. Y'all. Quality relationships. Let me talk about it. Whoever has your ear has your life. Just if you don't remember anything else about quality relationships, whoever has your ear has your life. Because like we just said, and Pastor George Holland agrees, everything we do comes out of what? Thought. Comes out of the way we think. So whoever is influencing me, whoever has my ear is influencing the way that I think. My actions stem from my thoughts. So it's important that I have quality relationships. You follow me? It's important that you have quality relationships because these relationships cause us to think. If they have our ear, they have our life. Every action that we do comes out of a thought. Whoever has your ear has your life. The individuals that really challenge you to be your very best are those who don't always agree with you. Now, let me say this. You have to have some folks around you, folks that'll challenge you to be your very best are not always going to agree with you. You want people around who challenge you. I purposely get around some pastors and some preachers and make some calls. And you know, after we get through the pleasantries, aren't afraid to ask me, well, Graves, why? Why'd you do that? Did that come out of ego or did that come out of because it was effective for the overall, or is that you just flexing? And vice versa. They're not afraid for me to challenge them. Quality relationships. If you want to have personal transformation, check out your relationships, right? You know, watch this. Some of the folks that you know, we think everybody has to like our posts and like this kind of stuff. Okay, the most important relationships, they may not like your posts, they may not comment on anything that you're doing, but when you talk to them, they give you critical feedback that is needed for you to grow. The right quality relationships cause you to grow. They don't detract. They don't cause you to stumble. And let me say shame on you if you're causing somebody to stumble. Let me say that. Shame on you if you're causing someone to stumble. You're gonna be ashamed of yourself. Quality relationships. We cause each other to grow. If I want to transform my life, I have to spend quality time. I have to have some quality relationships with some people who are going to give me some critical feedback. So, you know, we need quality relationships that give us different perspective and a lens on everything that is happening in our life. So we need that. And my question is, do you have, there's the question out there. Do you have quality relationships that give you feedback and give you a different perspective than what you're used to. Do you have that? Very important for transformation. Very important. Very important. Questions, comments, concerns? Anybody, jump right in. Matt Orange says that my grandson used to tell, you got a grandson? My grandson he must say my grandmom used to tell her children that if they showed her their friends, she knows them. That was his grandma. He couldn't say grandson. The boy's younger than me.
Possible.
Yeah, I mean, you are your friends. If you're looking at your friends and you say, they ain't this, they ain't that. Either are you.
I think I try to be the quality person in the relationship. Like I try to be that kind of person for them.
Right.
I think it worked. I think it's working. I think they would say that I add value.
Well, yeah, because you have the right-minded friends. Remember, this is a give and take. These are people. Remember, friends are moving in the same direction as you are. You're not causing each other to stumble just because you have different perspectives on things. You're moving in the same direction. I think the water gets muddied when we start talking about family and friends and all this kind of stuff. And I've said it 1,000 times. I have relatives and I have family members. And every relative ain't a family member. And every family member ain't a relative. We are family if we are moving in the same direction with the same values, the same ideals. We have a quality relationship. We are building one another up. We challenge thought. We challenge perspective. Not to be haters, but to stretch one another. I've had conversations with Pastor George Hollins on here, and he challenged me on some stuff. He don't hate me. That's how you get the best out of me. Jeff Lewis, the same thing. Pastor Jeffrey Lewis. Calling these guys out because they're on here today. Thanks for checking us out. Dawn Moss, Joyce Smith. Different perspectives. Hey, you might want to look at it from this way. Quality relationships. Do you have them? We're talking about transforming your life. We're talking about quality time, quality relationships. Let me tell you about this. I had a relationship with my first. She was very inspirational in me and my wife's life when I first retired down there in Atlanta. Phenomenal woman. Her and her husband are phenomenal people. Janice Anderson, Maurice Anderson, and one time I had posted on Facebook. And she really helped us grow Cornerstone and helped me put a lot of things in place to where we're going, what we've done, and even with my coaching business and all that. I remember one time I posted on Facebook, I said, man, 180 channels, and I ain't got nothing to watch. She said, why are you watching TV? Why aren't you writing? I was like, ouch. Now, I could have got mad. She said, what are you doing? There is nothing to watch. Why are you looking for something when you should be writing and producing something? Woo! Now that's a quality relationship. Her and Maurice is a quality couple to keep around. Quality relationship. I had to chuckle. I said, you're right. It wasn't late night where I was winding down. It was prime hours of creativity. And I'm falling down rabbit holes. That's another thing. Stay off. Listen, how many times have you fallen, going back to quality time? I'm gonna read your comments. How many times have you fallen down the rabbit hole of YouTube? You supposed to be producing. Huh?
Yeah. Hair videos, music videos from like high school.
Yeah. George Holland says this. He says, our challenging you has helped to better our ministry. Now you challenge and encourage us. See, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. It does. That's the power of quality relationships. Is it a quality relationship? The person that is demanding of your time you have to really begin to ask yourself. Now, I'm talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. This is about personal transformation now. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to transform, if you don't transform. The person who's asking of your time, hey, let's do lunch, let's do this, let's do that, let's have a cup of coffee. Is that really quality time? Is that the best use of you and their time together? Is it a quality relationship? Or are you spending your time, your quality time, in relationships that are not quality relationships? And then you sit back and say, man, I wanted to write that book 5 years ago. Well, you should have been around somebody that asked you the question, did you spend 15 minutes writing today? And don't really want to hear your excuse. That's a quality relationship. That's a quality relationship. Do you have them? Do you have them? Okay. While you guys are thinking on that, before we jump into the last point of the day, so much going on. Again, go over to my podcast. Great stuff. I got 50 podcasts up. God has been good to me. It's been a year, and we're starting to do twice a week now. I'm on this other platform. Check it out. Check it out. It hasn't been made public yet, but I'm going to send you guys the link. I'm going to, Janae and Kyer, pay attention to what's going here so we can send them the link. It's called Fireside. Fireside. I'm going to give it to you. I don't have it this week. It's called Fireside, and it's a brand new platform for podcasting. I know a lot of you have been wondering about podcasting. How can I get into it? Schedule a call with me. I'll teach you how to get into it. It's not difficult, and there's a right way to do it. The difficult part is being consistent so that your audience will hear your voice. If you are not consistent, you will not find your audience, and therefore you will not make impact. And then you'll get discouraged, and you'll talk about how it didn't work, blah, 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 blah. But if we're going to spend any time together, it will be a quality time so we can have a quality relationship. And I'll ask you questions like, well, did you record this week? Did you make the calls you're supposed to call? So Fireside has been rolled out by the guy who owns the Dallas Mavericks. I keep forgetting his name. He's a shark. He's on Shark Tank.
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. Thank you. Mark Cuban.
He's the only one whose name I know.
Yeah. And it's in direct, I don't want to say direct competition, but it's a completely different format than Clubhouse. There's only about 400 content creators on there, but they're about to launch it worldwide. I've had the pleasure of being in the room and talking to him and asking him, how can I get him on my podcast? And he said, you keep making great content and I'll come on the Unstoppable podcast. And so, but it's some great stuff. But anyway, I'm about 50 podcasts in. We're doing about 2 a week now, switched on over there. But everything is posted on Spotify. Everything is on iTunes. Everything is on, what's that other one? Cloud, something. Anywhere you get your podcast, you can hit Unstoppable and you'll hear it and see it. Hey, let's do our 6 cents. Let's do our 6 cents. Kaya, read it off. 6 cents. Let me tell you what this segment is about. We'll come back to the third must do for personal transformation. We kind of take the weight off. It's a little lighter segment of the program. It's someone writes a letter into us and we kind of give our 2 cents. You can join in and give yours, and we call it the 6 Cents Crew. Go ahead, Kaya, read it out for us.
Dear 6 Cents Crew, I have no children, but I do have 7 nieces and nephews. Some of my nieces and nephews make a point of staying in touch. Some ignore me, don't acknowledge gifts, or otherwise correspond at all. For the most part, they live 2,000 miles away from me. In drafting my will, leaving money to all of them doesn't seem appropriate, but leaving money to only a select few may create hard feelings. My attorney says I can leave my money to whoever I want. After all, I guess I won't be around, so who cares what they think? Your thoughts?
Exactly.
I love these when they write them, man. And I laugh at a lot of things because my actions come out of a certain mindset. We say all of our actions do. And the Graves mindset probably is a lot different. And that's why Janae laughs about a lot of stuff. This is like really a non-issue to me. But go ahead. What do you guys think? But I'm going to give you my 6 cents. What do you think, Kyer? Who should she leave her money to?
Whoever she wants is her money.
All right. Very good. Janae?
Yes. There's like movies about like this kind of thing. Like that movie Knives Out. That was a good movie, by the way. But
It was.
I mean, it depends on how, like, what kind of person she was. Like, was she petty, or does she want to just leave a lump and then like a little bit for everyone else? But no, I'd write a long drawn out letter that they all have to sit through and hear that some of them got money and then the other ones didn't.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny that you should bring up pettiness. I'm very petty. Like I do it on purpose to my kids, and my kids will tell you I'm more petty than my wife. My wife's not petty at all. I seek revenge. I love my children. They are adults now. I praise God for them. Jazz, Janae, Ryan, praise God for them. But they got on my last nerves when they were growing up, and I vowed to get them back in a loving way. And so yeah, buddy.
I never did anything.
Oh, stop. We're not. I could dedicate a whole show.
I call.
I
wrote handwritten letters when I was in college.
Hey, quick break. Check this out. Imprecious is tuning in from Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in from Jamaica. That's awesome. We're talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. My mom says this to answer in the 6th sense. My mom said, leave her money to whoever she wants to. It's her money, not her nieces and nephews. They're lucky if they get anything. All right. Spoken straight from the matriarch of our family.
Yeah.
Who I know she's leaving all her money to me. So thanks, Mom, for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know.
Huh?
I think it'd be tough. It'd be close.
Yeah. My dad was hilarious. My dad would tell my mom, and my dad has transitioned on to glory. And Dad, what you leave us? Nothing at all. I left you teaching you how to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. That's the most.
And that's all he's supposed to do.
That's all he's supposed to do. The money you'll blow. All right, we're talking about 3 things. We're talking about 3 must-dos for personal transformation. We talked about quality time, must lead to quality relationships. And lastly, we're going to throw the verse of the day in here too, because the verse of the day is most important. Oh, Janae, we didn't do the word of the day. Lastly, we're talking about quality life. What is that? What are you talking about, Graves? Quality life. You talked about quality time, quality relationship, quality life. If you want to have a quality life, it's making a decision every day to let go of things that have reached a natural expiration date. Yeah. There are certain things that you're holding on to. If you want to have a quality life, they have a natural expiration date. Let it go. Let it go. Whether it's mentally, physically, you've been mad for 15 years. It expired now. It expired. You've been married. You've been mad for 2 weeks. It expired now. You retired from your job and you're still mad about how they treated you on your job. You retired for 5 years. Listen, let it go of things that have a natural expiration date. You wouldn't, if you're still drinking milk, if you have sour milk in your
That's hilarious that you just said that really quick. People don't drink like milk anymore. Like
that's why I said that. That made me laugh. I have a weird sense of humor. I laugh at my own stuff. If you have food in the refrigerator, if it's going bad, you're not going to keep consuming it. Why do you keep consuming negative attitudes, negative ways, a negative mindset that has an expiration date? It's gone. Change it up. We're talking about having a quality life now, right? The reason why you have to get rid of it, here we go. Reason why we have to let it go is that so that I can allow what I want to emerge. I can allow the better things to emerge is what I'm trying to say. If I'm holding on to something, the better things can't emerge. It's expired. I like that commercial. Expired. Expired. If I'm holding on to something that's expired, I'm I'm covering up what's trying to emerge, right? There's some things that I want to happen in my life that can't happen into my life because I'm holding on to things that have expired. So how do you evaluate if you have a quality life? Okay, this is how you do it. This is how you evaluate if you have a quality life or not, right? You guys listen, write this down. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, how happy are you with the quality of your life right now? How happy are you with the quality of your life right now? The quality of your life is often determined by the quality time, your quality relationships equal quality life. So how happy are you with the quality of your life right now? If it 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. If you're saying it's a 5, right? If you say it's a 5, what would it be like to move it from a 5 to a 5.5 or 6 or 7? What would you have to do? What decisions would you have to make right now to improve the quality of your life? Come on, y'all. What decisions would you have to make right now? And if your life's a 10, God bless you. I haven't gotten there yet. You're at a 10?
What you would have to do right then is decide. You would have to change your mind about having a quality life.
And you have to let go some expired junk.
Yeah.
Gotta let go of that expired stuff. I don't like the way she looked at me yesterday. That's yesterday.
Expired.
Yeah, it's okay. Do you ever think about that people got stuff going on in their lives that you're really not the center of the universe? I read a post the other day and I should have wrote it down. It said, it went something like this. Follow me now. This will help you with some stuff that expired. At 20, I wanted to fit in because I was worried about what people think about me. Then it said at 40, I did what I wanted to do. I didn't care what people thought about me. At 60, I realized ain't nobody thinking about me. That's the truth, y'all. No, that's the truth. Let go of some things that are expired. We worry about things that other folks ain't even worried about because of these messages. Remember the messaging that we give to ourselves that are produced by our thoughts that a lot of times are produced by the relationships that we have. Quality life. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but it made sense when I put it together. Sounds like it's making sense now. 3 must-dos for personal transformation: quality time, quality relationships, quality life. What different decisions will you have to make today? What choices are you going to make? Are you going to spend 15 minutes writing today? That might improve your life, right? That's definitely going to improve the value that you give to people, and people pay you upon the value that you bring to the table. I deserve more money. Are you bringing more value? What are you bringing to the table? Heard something very interesting. I don't even know. It's for a whole different show. But anyway, I'll throw it in there because we're 10 minutes ahead of schedule. Heard something very interesting. This guy was talking about, called in a radio program. I was going over to get my coffee in the morning. I was too lazy to make my own coffee. So I went over and got my coffee this morning. And this guy was talking on the radio. He said when his wife was working for a nursing home, she was making $15 an hour. When the pandemic hit, her salary doubled. She's now making her hourly wage doubled. She's making $30 an hour because they're paid according to the value that they're bringing. Nobody wanted to work. Nobody wanted to be there. So guess what? They had to go back to the table and doubled what she's making. Because of value, you're paid according to the value that you bring. And so if I want to get paid according to my value, what am I doing, Dawn Moss, to increase my value? Am I growing? Am I spending quality time? Do I have quality relationships? Am I producing? Am I putting together a quality life so that whatever I'm bringing to the table, is it of value? Is it of value? And Precious, all the way from Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Thanks for checking in. She says, let the past, relationships, downfalls, failures, act as a propeller to move you to a better place. If you have to use them like that, use it like that. Use it like that. But if they're expired, let them go. Let it go. Once I hear your story about how somebody did you wrong one time, you ain't got to tell me 15, 20 times. What you're revealing to me is that that's the message that you're playing over in your head. And that's going to stop you from growing. I don't know. But I know this, if you really want to experience personal transformation, you got to begin to think about quality time. You got to begin to think about quality relationships. You got to be thinking about having a quality life. If you want to do this personal transformation thing, these are the things you got to think about. Janae, give us the verse of the day. The verse of the day. You guys know I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a pastor of church. I love the Lord. Jesus Christ is the center of my life. He gives me the stuff that I'm giving to you. I praise God for that. The show is never complete without a verse, something you can cling on to. Go, Janae, from Ephesians chapter 3, verse 17.
Okay. Give your life to Christ. Because God is good, he knows how to make your life full. Ephesians 3:17 says, Christ will make his home in your hearts as you trust in him. Your roots will grow down into God's love and keep you strong. If that's not good quality, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Ephesians 3:17. Then Christ will make his home in your hearts as you trust him. As you trust him. Your roots will grow down into God's love and keep you strong. Man, if that ain't quality time, if that ain't personal transformation, woo, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Listen, you are your roots. You're not really the fruit. You're your roots. The tree is pretty in the spring, in the summer, but if the tree ain't worth a whole lot, it's gonna die in the fall. You gotta have a strong root system. A strong root system. All right, the word of the day. This is another little fun thing I do. We do a word of the day. We usually do it earlier, but I got so into this. And I'm still not done with this, but I got so into this. The word of the day, the reason why we do a word of the day is to help you Scrabble players, because I lose all the time against my wife. As much as I read, I still lose. The word of the day is panoply. Panoply. What is that? It's a complete or impressive collection. Splendid or abundant array. Use that in a sentence today. Panoply. I have a panoply of complete Bible commentaries. If I say panoply, I don't have to say the word complete, do I, Janae?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. So I have a panoply of commentaries. So that's a complete or impressive collection.
I have collections of things, but I'm not sure if they're impressive.
Well, I mean, like what?
Like I have a complete set of dishes.
Okay, you have a panoply of dishes. Kaya, do you have a panoply of anything? Do you have a complete set of anything? Is Kaya there?
I don't know.
She breaks up sometime. Okay. All right. Dawn Moss, what do you have a panoply of? Anyway, using a sentence. Panoply.
I want a panoply of something. There you go. Fill in that blank.
3 must-dos for personal transformation. 3 must-dos, guys. Quality time, right? Quality relationships, quality life. Write those down. Share this episode. Review it with somebody. All right? Hope we grow together. I hope this helped you. Go check out the podcast. Go buy my book, Unstoppable. Pray for me as I produce this next book that's coming out. Hey, if you never get a life, Email me about that. Email me if you just want to have a conversation. Ralph at ralphgravesjr.com. Email me. If you want to join the Unstoppable community, go to ralphgravesjr.com/unstoppable. Join that community. Set up a personal transformation call. We can set up something just for you. We have a good time. We'll spend about a half hour, 45 minutes a day, twice a month, setting up your personalized growth plan. You'll get so much more of what you and I talked about tonight. If you're interested in the Gulfstream Way, sign up for that. Our sales team will definitely give you a call when it comes to the Gulfstream Way. Now, look out for what I'm doing. I'm always doing some stuff. I signed on with Novetica. It's a pet supply company. Haven't talked about it much because I really haven't been well versed, but I'm well versed in it now. And it's time to launch this thing this summer. If you have a pet, you want to get down with this Novetica group, get down with me at unstoppablepets.novetica.com, right? Get down with me, unstoppablepets.novetica.com. Or at Novetica. I'm saying it wrong, Dawn Moss. I'm saying it wrong. She's actually my pet boss. Get down. We're going to launch something. We're going to launch a whole program, and this is phenomenal what we got going on. Get down with it. But thanks for checking in on every platform that you're on, YouTube Live, Instagram Live, all the way from Ochos Rios, Jamaica. And I thank you for that. I thank you for that, for checking in. Unstoppablepets.novetica.com. Yes, that's where you get the products. I'm telling you, you're about to see some things explode with that. George Holland, Pastor George Holland said, you have a panoply of information about pets. I do. I think
you really do. Like, you go look at a dog and you know what kind of dog it is.
Yeah, I know.
Like all the dogs. Like,
all of them.
That's a that. And I'm like, that's crazy. It's just a dog.
Yeah. It's my thing, man. I'm really into dogs. Always have been my whole life. Always kept them. I have them. I will continue to have them. And I now invested in some products that really help the quality of life with your pet family, your dog, your cat, things like that. Make it easier in your home. But guys, that's the show for today. Thank you for checking in. You guys are awesome. Don't forget, subscribe to the Truth Boost, C3E. Text C3E to the number 313131. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Boop, hit the channel on YouTube, post the new stuff. Go to my website. I don't know, we're everywhere. I would love to start a relationship with you. Share this with somebody. Guys, have a wonderful, outstanding week. I'll be back here again next Wednesday. At least I hope so. And I'm going to get some shirts that fit. This is getting way too big. Like that humble brag, Janae, like that. Any final words, Kyer? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Any final words?
Have a good day, everyone.
Janae?
Yep.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for being a part of the program. Love you all. Thank you for spending this quality time with me this 1 hour. I hope it blessed you. Now go out there and be unstoppable. Be the person God's called you to be. You guys have a great week. See ya.